Hey everyone, Angelo here, Hollywood filmmaker, greatest screenwriter in the history of the world, recovering homeless guy, and I am at this. Oh, what the fuck? When does let me go? Tap already used? Why can't I leave? What the fuck? Why can't I leave? Jesus, this is insane. Ridiculous. You have to tap to leave the metro stop, and I tapped my card, and then the first turnstile wouldn't let me leave, so I bumped right into it. Second one, when it said already tapped my card. Well, thanks for that. It's supposed to be a measure to make sure people don't skip the fares. Great job. And it just locked me in. But gonna see a movie. The Ballast, the Ballad of Wallace Island, I think it's called. Carey Mulligan, and looking forward to it. I'm interested in these smaller stories lately, and I got a few blocks to walk, so just thought I'd film, walk and talk. This is no good. All these cars, get them out of here. Put on my shade. Oh, they got a thrown bathroom here. That's awesome. Love Santa Monica. It's beautiful here. Only a few metro stops from my neighborhood. I gotta put on the glasses. Oh. And I love it because, first of all, it's just beautiful out here. The transit. You have the E-Line Metro here. You have beautiful bike lanes. I can barely see on the screen, but like you sort of see it there. Actual curb protected bike lanes. You have wide sidewalks like where I am now. Just taking a thumbnail. So look at that wide sidewalk. So it's a relatively people-friendly place. There's not enough housing, so that's a problem. There's still too much space dedicated to cars when there should be a much higher budget for paying metro operators. I met a bus driver the other day. This guy had such a great attitude. He was so crap, I'm going the wrong way. But I met a bus driver the other night. I was at an event for with Streets for All, an advocacy group that it's like their name. They promote transit, people-friendly streets, but ways for everyone to get around, for driving to be better, and for better land use. So they're great. They're fantastic, and they're based in LA. They do mainly LA advocacy, although they also do it for California as well, the whole state. But I met a bus driver there, just the most like outgoing, positive guy. And because in my head I'm kind of thinking, dude, bus driver is kind of a stressful job, but he was great. And I was like, you know, the bus drivers, you guys need to be paid more. And we were talking about metro. Why aren't the headways faster? Why isn't there more service? And the trains get packed as a result. And he's like, yeah, they don't pay enough. Like, people keep retiring. The bus drivers, the pay's decent to start, but a lot of people burn out after a year, or whatever reason. They stop working as a bus driver after a year or so. And he said a lot of bus drivers commute 2 hours to work. So there you go. That's such a problem right there. So in other words, traffic is caused by the people who are there to alleviate traffic, because we don't have enough housing, we don't pay the bus drivers enough. The highest bus driver pay is somewhere around like $50 an hour. LA cops start getting paid around that much. About $50 an hour. So that tells you how wrong-headed our priorities are. But anyways, yeah, everybody, please, like, I called my state senator. Excuse me. So not U.S. senators, not Adam Schiff and Alex Padilla, although I did also call them. But I called the state senator and assembly member for my district and said, please get the California state budget to pay the gap for California's high-speed rail if the federal government doesn't fill that gap with however many billions they're supposed to pay, which is, yeah, billions is a lot of money, but it's a relatively small portion of the total amount for the California high-speed rail project. And it's already under construction. Like, if it doesn't get finished, we're just going to have these massive structures for this high-speed rail that have been built out so far, and it's just going to be sitting there. So we got to get this built. California has the money, but I called to say, please secure the state funding to complete it, because we can't rely on the federal government to do it. And this is such a better use of taxpayer money than anything Elon Musk, as I call him, is trying to get for his rockets that blow up over Boca Chica and terrorize.
Put the weed pipe down.
What the hell? Guy yelled, "Put the weed pipe down." Who's got a weed pipe? Yeah. Let's see, can I make it across the street? There's so many people, I don't know. Yes, I can make it. I almost didn't want to come out today. I was like, yeah, I didn't sleep great last night. I'm kind of shaken up. I did a lot of trauma release exercises to get adrenaline out of my body, which helps, but it like shook me up. I feel kind of weird, like almost like a newborn baby in a way. Like, whoa, what happened, you know? But it's good. Like, I'm feeling better. It was almost like, felt like crying without crying. So yeah, but I decided I want to go out. You know, I'm so greedy about my time. I'm like, Angelo, let go. Take the time to go out to the movie theater, ride my bike to lock it up at the bike hub right at the metro station, ride the metro out here. Wow, that's a noisy car. Wow, look at this bus. I love buses. Love me my buses. But yeah, anyways, my point is, call your elected leaders. It doesn't matter if you never ride transit. You benefit from having more transit. You benefit from cleaner air, from less noisy and congested cities, from alleviating the financial burden on cities so that they have money for services, for amenities. Oh, hold on. I gotta cover my ears. Oh good, they stopped. We benefit from better land use, so when we have space freed up, because we don't need as many parking lots and highways and wide roads, we can use them for productive purposes like businesses, and I don't mean the huge big box stores that require massive parking lots, but local businesses, housing, community centers, libraries. Bring on the libraries, man. All kinds of stuff. And we need smaller vehicles like that. That garbage truck, that's amazing. We can do it. So, again, talk to your and by the way, when you call them, you're not talking to the actual elected official in many or most cases, or all cases, but you're talking to a staff member, and their job is to record what you're saying, not like literally like an audio recording, but I mean like take it down. So I had to leave like several voicemails for the different people I called, the elected officials, but one, I forget who, it was either the assembly member or the state senator. Somebody picked up towards the end of the day. And so I just said, yeah, I want to register two things. Support Bill SB 445, I think that's the number, to expedite the review process for, to expedite the building of the high-speed rail to reduce the bureaucracy around it, and secure funding for high-speed rail in its totality with the California state budget. Don't rely on the federal funding. They're like, okay, yeah, I'll register that. Tell me again your name and your zip code. They usually want that to make sure you're a constituent. And for the people I left voicemails for, I just said my message. I said, you know, I'm an LA resident, my zip code, my name, and that's it. Their job is to record what you're saying. So, you know, you can get serious if you have some criticism or something. I don't know. I mean, I think there are some horrible things that can be criticized for our elected leaders, but the staffers, they're there to just listen to you. It's not going to be a long conversation. Usually it's just, you know, you say what your stance is and they record. Like, they want to know if they're any good. I mean, it depends. You know, local leader, I'd say they're a lot more responsive. They can be on the local level, but anyways, do that. Advocate, because we all benefit from getting rid of these things and freeing up space for people. So, kind of interesting smell around here. It's like some kind of smoky, I don't know, not quite barbecue, but something kind of nice to grill. And also, cities are more beautiful without cars. Look up cities where car ownership is less than what it is in most of America. But oh, and I've been working on my screenplay. I'm not saying what my screenplay is about, but I've been working on it a ton, reading it like pretty much like once a day, thinking when I finally can do a read of it all the way through without wanting to change a word of it, then it's ready to send for more feedback. I've already gotten like a round of feedback from people, and it can be, you know, all right, I gotta cover up my ears. Also, in cities without as many cars, those goddamn sirens don't have to be so loud. They're so loud because you're insulated from sound in the cabin of your car. It's not necessary when it's just people out on the street. There's Santa Monica, the beach, right there. I can't see a damn thing on this phone. It's so bright. But beautiful. The weather here is cooler than further inland. Might get a snack. I got a little time to kill. Wonder, do they have snacks in here? Yeah, they do. Oh, so I'm gonna a gift shop in here in a little bit. But outdoor dining, how nice. Look, you can park 2 vehicles there, bikes. Try doing that with cars. You can't. Locking them up here, you can't do that. That's 36 bikes you could park. Oh, wait. Those 3 cars, 36 bikes you could park there. About a dozen bikes per car. Let's support healthier cities, and if you don't use bikes or metro, no problem. You should support it, because then driving is better for you. People who shouldn't be driving, and their car alarms won't be going off as much, who won't be driving because they have options, they have alternatives. People who, for health reasons, financial reasons, just personal reasons. People like me who, I'm not as good a driver now as I used to be, but even so, I don't want to be driving, and you don't want me driving if I'm a person who's willing to go without a car, because I'm just extra traffic for you. And then there's the fact that 40,000 people a year die in this country of car crashes. Many, many more injured. Think about all the costs of that before you whine and whine about the bike lane was empty. Why isn't it? The streets are empty most of the time. I don't know if you know this, because I ride my bike a lot, and I see the streets are mostly empty around where I live. And it's true in most places. So we have billions upon billions of infrastructure dedicated to cars that's mostly unused. Or people just do that. They just put their car somewhere, like in a parking lot or on the street, and just walk away from it. How does that make sense? You love driving so much, why don't you take your car with you? Strap it to your back. Fold it up and carry it with you. But anyways, I'm gonna get going here, but yeah, I've been doing a ton of writing, and so every time I read my script, it's like I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna be done. It's like nope. I find little things to tweak, little things to tweak. The good news is I've been cutting it down a ton, so it's like, oh, that's such a relief to know I can cut it shorter and shorter, because it just makes it better. And you can cut it shorter. It almost always does. There are a few very rare instances where I'm like, no, I cut too short here. I want to give it a little room to breathe. But anyways, I'm gonna get going. So thanks for watching, everyone. A double-decker bus over there, probably tourist bus. Thanks for watching, everyone. Somebody said here is God. I can't see any. I don't know if you can see it on my sunglasses. Even without the sunglasses, it's dark. But let me know what you think. My mom's doing well. She's trying. We're planning on her coming to LA this summer, and all she wants to do is make videos and go to Macy's. So I'm like, don't you want to see anything, the beach and all? She's like, I don't care about that. So that'll be fun. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.